Okay, it is Harbor Freight tool time. So, I don't know if you know, but maybe you know. I've done several upgrades on my truck, 2015 Ford F-150, and I replaced the valve covers and the oil pan, which, if I remember right, were all needing to be tweaked at 89 inch-pounds. And I had a mechanical and I used it, and it was just such a low setting on it that the clicks just didn't feel right. I should have went with them because I got this digital torque converter or torque converter torque tool from Harbor Freight, and it was just slightly barely under what this showed me as truth. So let's get into it and take a look at it. I don't think I have the instructions. I don't think they would fit in the container. That's one downside that I dislike, because you have the tool, but inside the container, there's no place to put the packaging or the instructions. When you put the tool in there, that's all the room you've got. So you have to try to keep it separate. And that's just not feasible for me. I've got no place to keep stuff like that. So anyway, this right here is a 3/8 drive. Um, let's see. Let me see if I can remember how you change the settings and stuff on here. So let's turn it on, and you will see PEOP. So you have a couple of settings. That these are presets where you can set a torque. You see 98, 96. So that's different torque settings that you can pre-configure for presets. So you can go through the memory and check your presets on different torques if you don't want to just sit here and do plus and minus to get to the correct torque, which I don't think is that big of a deal. Right here it's 89, there's 90, 89. So see, it was 89 because I still got it set at 89 inch-pounds. So it's not that big a deal to be able to change your torque. And so it goes up to, well, go back. It goes as low as 71 inch-pounds and as high as 708 inch-pounds. So that's the range that you have on this. So let's turn it back on. The PEOP, and I think it's another setting. Here we go. So in this mode right here, when you get to the torque that you want, it'll beep. It won't just lock and freeze at that particular torque. The trace, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that it will, when you reach that max torque that you're looking for, the screen will freeze at that max torque. And so what this device will do as you're getting to it, you put your ratchet in this end, your socket on this end, and you go to torquing. When you get close to your torque setting, it will start beeping. And then you just keep slowly turning it till it's a steady tone and you're at that torque. Whatever torque you've configured or set at, that's where you're at. Then let's see, let me turn it back off. I think it's holding memory. And then that's calibrating it. Let's go to just kind of give you an idea. So there's Newton meters. So let's go down to our lowest setting. Okay, so it will go as low as 8 Newton meters and as high as 80 Newton meters. Hit both buttons and foot pounds. So let's do the foot pounds. Oh, wait, I'm a goober. Let's go back the opposite. So it will go 5.9 foot pounds to 59 foot pounds. And then inch pounds, I did that one just a minute ago. And then kilograms, I don't understand them, but basically that's all you got to do. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the kilograms. So you'll have, if you don't understand the values that I understand, which is inch pounds, newton meters, and foot pounds. The metric stuff I don't grasp quite as well. I have to look it up, is what I have to do. Come on. See, if you hold it, it'll change once. If you push it and you hold it, then it'll start going fast. And after you hold it for a while, it'll go really fast. So I don't see a big reason to bother with the presets. Um, okay, so it goes from 0 kilograms per meter, I guess, to 8.15. And then let's look at, I guess, kilograms per centimeter. Oops. And hopefully we'll get there eventually. So 82 kilograms per centimeter, if that's what that is, to 815. So let me go back to inch pounds because that's where I had it set. So to change your I guess the um, mode of measurement, you'll hit these two buttons right here. Each time you hit it, it'll change to the different settings. So it does newton meters, inch pounds, foot pounds, uh, kg-m or kg-cm, which I guess would be meters and centimeters. And of course, the kg is kilograms. I'm sure about that. But the m and the cm, I don't really know. I don't use the metric system unless I'm doing machine work, and then my brain gets wrapped around it while I'm doing it. And then when I get done, either lathe or milling machine or whatever, my brain completely forgets whatever I learned in metric. I hold it just long enough to do the project I'm working, and then I lose it. But I don't know why. I just tend to do machinist work in metric when I'm doing it, and because I think the metric is more precise in smaller increments, maybe that's why I tend to do that. But I just do. I don't know. I tend to do machinist work in metrics and everything else in standard or imperial or whatever you want to call it. I wish the whole world would just go metric and we'd all get used to it and it'd be done. Even an old fart like me can get used to it. So, and again, with the difference between the two right here, PEOP, and I assume that's trace, or I don't know what you would call that. It's got to be trace. Is with one of them, it will um, it'll lock whenever it gets to the desired torque and freeze at that highest torque where you've set it. And of course, it'll beep and hold it, and it's done when you get a solid beep. Then the other setting, when you go on to it, it will it will continue to read. If you continue, because you can continue to put torque on it even though you've reached the torque you're wanting. It'll continue to read the torque setting higher and higher and higher as you get done with it. And whenever you quit, it shows you the highest torque you applied versus that you reach the torque that you were at and you're done and locking at that, the display at that torque. And it may mean or do more. I lost the instructions, but it may mean or do more than just that, the P/T button. Or maybe I'm interpreting that as wrong, but that's what I seen on the display as far as in actually using it. It went with PTOP or whatever that is. It shows me the torque that I hit the torque I was looking for. Because if you're looking for 89 inch-pounds and you're going up and it's beep, 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 and you back off of it and you look at it and you see 88 inch-pounds. You got right there on it and you didn't quite get enough. And so you just get back on it again and hold it for a second while it's going beep or solid beep and then come back off of it. And it's right there at the torque that you were looking for. And so that's how I tend to use it. This is a pretty cool device. Let's open it up and take a what at what batteries are in it. It says uses 2 AA batteries. And yet he still continues to open up the battery compartment after reading the display that says uses 2 AA batteries. And he continues to do that to take the batteries out because I forgot that I left them in there. And it came with these two batteries, and they'll probably last like forever. And I don't know if there's any consumption of the batteries by just leaving them in there, but there is going to be some very minor, if anything, drain on those batteries. And what I don't want to happen is, because this is not a device that I'm going to use on a regular basis, so it's going to be something that's going to sit in my toolbox until basically these batteries go flat and beyond before I end up needing it again and using it. And I don't want these batteries to bust in there and mess up the unit, so just take the batteries out. When I need to use it again, then I'll put the batteries back in. And again, this is just another aggravating thing about this deal is I don't see any way to be able to store these batteries with it. I mean, that's just, okay, I got a set of batteries here now. That is an aggravating part about this case. It's almost useless because it just stores the item, which would be great if it's knocking around somewhere or something like that. But what I want to be able to do is to, store these batteries like this, close the case up, and have batteries in there. And because, I mean, these are just, it says Toshiba, so they're probably cheapo batteries. Anyway, at this point I'm griping. But so they'll join my collection of batteries up there. And whenever I go to use it again, I'll find me some batteries and put them in there. And probably forget them and it busts in. So anyway, this is a pretty cool device. I think it's very useful to have. I think it would do really good for you. I know they have another one. They have 3, and this is the middle. So of course it's the 3/8. They got a 1/4 inch, a 3/8 inch, and a 1/2 inch. And they may even have a 3/4. I don't know. But and you can think of it this way: small, medium, large. And of course, the torque range adjusts accordingly. Each one of them Each one of them does the same thing. You've got the same Newton meters / foot pounds, inch pounds, kilogram readings on each one of them, but it's a wider range. The heavier your shaft is, like this is the 3/8. When you get up to the 1/2 inch, then I think it goes up to 100 and something foot-pounds, potentially. And I think this goes to, well, actually, I think, no, inch-pounds. I think this one goes up to 59 foot-pounds. And then the half inch goes up to 100 and something foot-pounds. And then if they have a 3/4, that probably goes to a couple of hundred foot-pounds or better. The only problem is the bigger you get, you're really limited on the lower end of that scale. And where these shine, in my opinion, is with those very low, minute torques. The mechanism is still the same inside here, and so I think you get a better reading on your lower end torque. The mechanical torque wrenches are great and they work good, and I've got several. But I think they work better on a higher torque setting because you get a more solid click when you use those items. And on the lower end of their torque setting, you almost, in some cases, when it gets so low that it's a very insignificant click, you more feel it than hear anything. And so that's why I got this. And I would love to have all three, but I have no use for all three of them. This one served my purpose for my truck. And this doesn't go super low on torque settings, but it goes low enough for anything that I would use something like this for. So this made the most sense to get this version right here. I was afraid because I needed 89 inch-pounds, and I think 89 inch-pounds is the equivalent of 17 foot-pounds or something. It's a small, when you convert it into foot-pounds, it's even smaller. And I was afraid if I got the half-inch version of this, that it wouldn't go low enough for what I needed on the valve covers and the oil pan. So that's what I got for you here. I hope you appreciate it. If you want to know more, or if you want me to do basically some tests with it on bolts and different things like that, and kind of film and show what it does and how it does it, let me know. Comment. Leave that in the comments below, and send me messages on the channel, and let me know if you want to see that. If few people want to see that done, then I will get that done for you and post it. I thank you. I appreciate you. I enjoy spending time with you, and I will see you next time. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.